Hey guys, I'm back. I have been on a cleaning rampage, hence why I look like this. If I'm sweaty, that's why. While I was on my little rampage, I was thinking about espiritismo because I'm cleaning around my boveda area and going through all of my supplies and throwing out old stuff and whatnot. And it got me thinking on why a boveda is important. As far as protection goes, if, and this is a big if, okay, this is not for everyone, if it's in your spiritual path to practice espiritismo and to have a boveda. If that is meant for you, if that's what you need to do, it's very important because your ancestors, your spirit guides are prescribing that for a reason. Okay, they're not just saying things just to say it, just for fun. One reason it's important is because it's going to be kind of like your first line of defense. It's a very common saying that your ancestors are the first line of defense. If you have other initiations and other ceremonies and whatnot, like me, I'm a yaya in Palo. I'm a priestess in Palo. I've been a yaya for almost 4 years. In my opinion, the muerto that I was scratched over is a heavy hitter, you know, and I know that, and they're very protective. So if someone tries to come at me, it's a toss-up, right? But even still, even though I have that initiation, I still take care of my quantum spiritual, because at the end of the day, that is what God gave to me. That's my responsibility, and I want y'all to think of a boveda as like an armor, like a piece of armor, like a shield. Because if someone tries to attack you, or maybe it's not deliberate witchcraft, but it is very, very bad evil eye, mal de ojo, it's going to hit the boveda. If you are tending to it correctly, if you're doing your prayers, if you are acknowledging your spirits on a regular basis, and all of that, if you're doing what you're supposed to do, it's going to take a hit for you. I've said this before. When I first started, I can't even tell y'all how many St. Michael, San Miguel statues that I went through on that boveda. I mean, it was like clockwork. And they would just break. Also, I had, and this bugs me to no end, I did have a Hecate, a beautiful Hecate statue, the very first one that I ever got. She took a hit for me too. And, of course, that was not on my boveda. That is completely separate from espiritismo. But I'm just giving you guys an example of how these altars tend to take hits for us if we are tending to them properly. And if we are giving our spirits the love and nourishment and nurturing energy that they need to take care of us. I know that it can get kind of hectic. You know, like me, I'm on a rampage right now. Okay, I stripped my bed, I'm washing my comforter, I'm washing every blanket I got, I'm washing the walls, the floor. I'm going crazy right now. Even with that said, I'm still going to, before I go to bed, make sure that my people have what they need. Make sure their water is clean. Make sure that the flowers on their boveda, or my boveda, are in good shape. Okay, some people will leave the flowers out until they are wilted, until they basically dry out. I don't like doing that. You can kind of tell when a flower is on its last leg. You know, like, y'all know what I'm talking about. I like to give it back to the earth outside. Another thing that I want people to be mindful of, and maybe not everyone knows this because not everyone has experience with flowers, but if you have a bouquet of flowers, it's ideal that you change the water every single day. It can get very nasty, very murky, very smelly and stinky if you do not. And it's just good for the plant to have fresh water every day. Room temperature water, okay. I am an animist. I do believe that everything has a spirit. You don't want to freeze the plant. Room temperature water. Every day change it out. The plants will last longer. and it'll just have a better vibration than if you put some water in there once and leave it for a week. It gets nasty. Okay, I've seen that on some people's bovedas, and I'm like, how do you not smell that? But okay. Like, I'm not trying to be judgmental by any means. You know, we all make mistakes. I made mistakes on my boveda many times. And still do. I'm not perfect. But I'm going to make sure that their water is clear, the flowers are good. The coffee doesn't have mold in it. Okay? With alcohol, like offerings of alcoholic beverages, you can leave them out longer than 24 hours because it's alcohol, it's kind of preserved. Keeping it, I can't, and I know this is for somebody, okay? Keeping it in good shape is the number one form of protection. That's not to say that the prayers and stuff don't matter, but it is kind of like a portal. And if you were a spirit, if you were an ancestor, and your altar was not in good shape, would you want to go through that portal? It's like wanting to walk through a nasty door with grime and slime and murkiness and dirt and dust. Like, if you walk through that door, that dust and stuff is going to fall on you. Yeah. So, it's just a reminder. Do your prayers. The prayers that I was taught to focus on the most are Our Father, Hail Mary, Glory Be, and Apostles' Creed. Those are very good prayers to kind of open up your prayer session and close it if you want to close it that way, if that makes you feel better. A good rule of thumb that I was taught is if there's a candle going or a light on the boveda, because I think that the LED candles are really good to have like all the time, just so that they always have light. That's just my opinion. If that is going, then the portal is open, especially if it's an actual fire candle. If the candle goes out, there you go. I don't leave 7-day candles burning for 7 days. I burn them for a few hours each day. I do my prayers each time I light it, and then I turn it off. And if it's a 7-day candle, but it just so happens to last 9 days, then I'll do those prayers for 9 days until that candle is finished. Yes, I have a filter on, mind your business. Nick has been sweating. Okay, I am serious about this spring cleaning ordeal that I have signed myself up for. What else? I'm looking at something right now that reminded me of this. Trying to think. The altar cloth, make sure that stays clean. You can hand wash it. Some people like to hand wash it. I always wash my stuff in cold water, or I just buy a new one. I'm gonna be honest with y'all. If mine gets super dirty and stuff, I just buy them a new one. Same with the glasses. If the glasses are like foobarred, beyond repair, I just get the new glasses. Simple. Call me wasteful. I do the best I can. Okay. Always keep a cross on there. That's the big one. And I've said this before. If y'all have a dream of, because this is a popular dream apparently, of the cross on your boveda being flipped upside down, get a reading. Okay? Somebody is trying to like send shit to the boveda or through the boveda at that point, among many other things that are not good. So that's about all I can think of. You know, just your friendly reminder to take care of your stuff. I try to give all my spirits equal attention. I try not to be a spiritual octopus and spread myself out too much, you know. Even though I do have a lot of spirits and stuff, and I have Hecate, and I have Paulo, and I have a spiritismo, I do things separately. And I block out time. I'm a Capricorn moon. Therefore, my spirituality is very organized, right? I have days for each one. I like Sundays for the ancestors and the spirit guides because that's church day, and it's also like when a lot of families get together and stuff, just in general, I have a lot of happy memories with my families on Sundays, so that's what I chose. Sundays are my big day. But I acknowledge them every day. I try to do my prayers every day. Sometimes I get busy or lazy. I'm human. But, oh, another thing. My t-shirt. I meant to give this disclaimer at the beginning. So if you made it this far, thank you. Yes, I am talking about Espiritismo and wearing a Ouija board shirt. It's just a t-shirt, guys. I think I got it around Halloween one year. I do not condone Ouija board usage and all that foolishness. At all. I cannot tell y'all how many clients have come to me for readings because they need a limpieza, they need a cleansing. And though, you know, my client might be 30, 35 years old. And I'll ask them in the reading, like, did you do a Ouija board when you were like 16 or 17? Because I can pick up on that, like when, you know, when it was done. Or a seance or something that maybe wasn't all the way how it should have been and they didn't really know what they were doing. People get attachments from Ouija boards. So this is just my cleaning t-shirt. I don't care if it gets dirty, because I don't like Ouija boards. Look, I got dirty right here from, yeah. I don't endorse them whatsoever, okay? Because I know somebody's going to be like, she's an espiritista talking about espiritismo while wearing a Ouija board shirt. Okay. Anyway, if you would like to book a spiritual court reading with me, you can either DM me on here on Instagram, or you can visit my website, sirensnectar.com, or text me, WhatsApp me at 678-390-0688, and I will get back to you and we can get you taken care of.